I did what I said I would do. I made John Cena give up. And when he gave up, he tapped out like a little bitch.
Get ready! Bullshit, get ready! Get ready for the worst raw review on the internet! The worst raw review on the internet! Straws, raw! With Eric B and Randy C. Chickens or bananas and fresh roast beef. This is Straws, raw.
Hello, friends, listeners, and newcomers. It's me, Eric B. They call me the Raw Dog, and you're listening to Straws Raw, the absolute worst or best Raw review on the internet, depending on where you look this up. You're listening to us here on the Hub Sports Entertainment Network, and soon to be in other places as well. But I always say us because I'm always joined by my ride or die, my PIC, my puppy in crime. His name is Randy C. Randy, what's up, brother?
My boss threatened to fire the employee with the worst posture. I have a hunch. It might be me. Hey, Eric, Blondon. It's me, Randy Charpentier. And how is everybody today? Yes, we are back. And we're back with a lot to talk about, a lot to booze. But before we get into the booing and the bad, I guess, DMs that we're all getting, we always are powered by something. And as usual, we are powered by InteriorPlants.ca. Want a more beautiful home or business environment? Go to InteriorPlants.ca. They're the natural solution for it to be healthier and more beautiful. Again, that's InteriorPlants.ca. Pure Fandom. Pure Fandom is your home for all things wrestling and Lucha Libre, memorabilia from replica masks, championship belts, and prop accessories for your cosplay. Pure Fandom is proudly Canadian, and Pure Fandom always asks, what's your fandom? You can find Pure Fandom at purefandomshop.bigcartel.com or go follow their YouTube because they've been putting out a ton of videos as of late at Pure Fandom Shop 416. We're also powered by the Smack Daddies, the best SmackDown review on the internet. Even though Father Greg has been a little negative as of late, well, not everybody can be positive. But join Father Greg and Brad the Dad each week, each Saturday morning, as they will give you the best SmackDown review on the internet. Father Greg, this week, I'm just saying, tune in this Saturday because he has a lot to say. That's the Smack Daddies. They are found here on the Hub Sports Entertainment on any podcasting platform, as well as the SmackDaddies.ca. And I shouldn't forget about my friends' little venture, the handshaking team. Join Eric Blondon every week with Cheap Heap Wheels of Misfortune. It's the 12 days of Giftmas currently, and Eric Blondon has what you need for your Christmas. What does he have this week? I can tell you, it's something exciting. It is Booker T. I forget exactly what the G.I. Booker one. I forget exactly the character. I was right? So G.I. Booker. No, I'm not right, Eric's saying, but it doesn't matter. You can find that on Cheap Heat this week. Go to facebook.com/the handshaking team, where Eric Blondon each week gives you the best figures that are coming out and the best figures that are currently here. That's facebook.com, the handshaking team. And last but not least, these guys never fail me. They make me in a good mood. If you want to be in a good mood too, definitely eat it for the taste and not the shape. Chiquita Bananas. Why Monroe?
Monkeys never collapse.
No, monkeys never cramp, but I got a cramp this week. Eric Blondon. How you doing, buddy?
Well, Randy, it's the most wonderful time of the year. And you know what that means as well? The sniffles. The sniffles for all of us fine folks. And I decided right before we went on the air to get rid of my sniffles that I would take a nasal spray. And it backfired on me tremendously. I am in the midst of a steel cage match with my nasals and my sinuses, and I am in a fight for my life. Randy, one by one, I'm getting knocked out here by the elimination chamber of my sinuses, but I am here surviving, brother. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm rantastic, as some people would say. But there is one thing that I am not. And I'm not going to say it here on STRAWS Rock, so not like that. Uh, but I just want to give a big, deep apology to all the listeners that went to our Twitter this week. And our Twitter is at the Hub Sports Entertainment, where somebody decided to get into our Twitter and change a couple of things. So I just want to
Hmm.
apologize to everybody that did see it. That is not our way. Um, People forget. Well, me and Eric Blondon worked at the Blue Company, who shall we call them, in the mobile side, as well as I worked for the Red Company as well. And my background is ECNT in mobile technology or mobile network technology. So, to the person that decided to go on our Twitter, you're tracked. You've been bugged. You've been getting messages on the phone that uh, are saying that you're tracked too. So please just acknowledge them. I could have talked to you over the last couple of days. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know, but we'll see. But you are being tracked, and you know that you are being tracked because the pictures are out there. So I want to apologize again to everybody. I just want to give one brief statement, Eric, before we go over everything. And I get this. Years ago, a couple of years ago back, I think it's about 3 or 4 years now, me and a friend, and Eric B was always there alongside, but decided to buy a network. And change is not good for some people, and I get that. I don't like change. I like repetition. I like um, things being the same because sometimes change can interfere uh, what you really enjoy. So I will say one thing. When we took over this network, I would never think I'd be Jason Agnew. Jason Agnew is the best in the radio industry, and he was really good on what he did. But in turn, we did not want to be Jason Agnew. We know how good he is. We wanted to provide a different product. And yes, maybe I went through a couple of hosts or whatever. Maybe some stuff doesn't work out sometimes, but it doesn't mean I don't care about them or care what they do in their future or want them to succeed. I want everybody out there that did work for this network or collabed with this network in some way to be successful in future, right? So um hopefully this platform put them up to the next level. Hopefully they go to the next level. Hope they make money. Hopefully they enjoy what they do. But in turn, I never wish anybody the worst in any single way. That's all I got to say. And I apologize again if you guys seen the Twitter and everything else. It's a big boo, Eric Blondon. And we're getting boos this week. I will say honestly, this is our biggest week of DMs, personal DMs back and forth to the both of us. Eric, do you want to explain some of them that you get? We all get it. It's the Gunther Cena match. But do you want to talk a little about it?
The anger, the rage, the um, antithesis of people being entirely dissatisfied with the way that John Cena's career ended, whether it was against Gunther being the wrong opponent or whether it was the fact that John Cena, quote unquote, gave up at the end after saying that he never gave up. My DMs have been on fire with people complaining about this and continuing to complain about this. Big shout out to Rob Arbic for his post stating that Gunther didn't actually retire anybody. They were going to retire anyways. So there's a lot of anger out there about this, and for good reason. A lot of people see John Cena as that superhero. And there are certain scenarios where maybe he should have won his last match, but it was not a scenario against Gunther where he should have won. I honestly think, in my heart of heart, Randy, the only last match that John Cena should have won in would be Brock Lesnar and avenging his losses to Brock Lesnar, finally climbing the mountaintop at the end of his career. But against nobody else, honestly. Everybody else deserved to beat John Cena that night, and John Cena would have put over anybody in that position.
100% agree with you. And people forgot just a couple of weeks ago, he lost the IC title to Dominic Mysterio. There wasn't as much stir when he lost to Dominic Mysterio as it is, I get, for the last match. Now, in history, people, in history, and it's to whatever you want. It's your opinion. So I get what you guys are saying on what you wanted or what you wanted to see of John Cena. But the history of the wrestling sport, remember we call this wrestling, is normally when you walk out, uh, a Shawn Michaels saying to a Ric Flair, "I love you." Right? There are these moments that you see that you know it's time to hang it up. Again, we knew John Cena was leaving. I think the biggest thing that's going on, or why people are so upset, even with the Triple H stuff, is I think it's the smile John Cena gave as tapping out and giving up. Now, it should be expected. The smile was fun. Don't get me wrong. I get it, right? But people, this is wrestling, right? It's supposed to continue a storyline where one storyline ends, another one begins. And we shall see tonight, like this new storyline, this Drago of a performer that's going to take over the reins. Gunther was the right person for this. And I think Gunther, after seeing tonight's WWE Raw, will excel and exceed expectations of a Drago, where Drago will not lose to Rocky. This is the Drago story right now. So it's like a sub story of the main. So, but I guess by
Yeah, I
saying that,
mean,
sorry,
people can be as unhappy about it as they want to be, but the right decision was made. And you can try to eat Triple H alive for doing so, but the right call was made. And again, I'll defend this until I die. There's no way that Triple H was like, "Hey, John, you have to lose to Gunther," and Cena was like, "No, no, I'm not doing that." I don't think it was questioned at all, and I think that even ultimately down the road, we'll see John Cena reveal that he wanted Gunther in that match. So yeah, Randy, I think you were trying to do a little lead in here because we're here for a reason, and that's to talk about Monday Night Raw. So I
a
guess we
hundred.
should get into that. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, should we get into this week's of WWE Raw? I know it's from Hershey, but I'm forgetting on where in Hershey it's from.
Pennsylvania, the
Is
cold,
it?
and it is cold as balls there, and you'll see that later on in this first segment. But yes, we're gonna get a quick, I don't want to say quick, actually. It's quite a long video package about everything that happened, John Cena at the end. Like we all weren't watching anyways, but WWE doing a good job of showing us kind of what happened on the last episode of Wrestling before we get into this one. But then we have Gunther make his way to the ring to a chorus of raining boos, Randy. And to the credit of WWE, they let his music play out for a long time. And they let him just take in all of those boos. And then once he finally does speak, it is short and sweet. He did what he was set out to accomplish, and he made John Cena give up and made him tap like a little bitch, and the crowd erupts and goes wild. Gunther walks out of the ring towards the entrance, but comes back a couple of times, drops the line one more time on the desk, And Randy, colossal heat here for Gunther in this opening segment before we even get into what happens backstage.
Yes, made him tap out like a bitch. Gunther, good job. We forgot that Gunther tapped out too, by the way. Maybe this was a setup like before with Jey Uso, but people are forgetting about that. But yes, made John Cena tap out like a bitch. This was loud. This is what they call heel heat. It was the loudest at this time at night. And I can't believe the energy in the crowd right now, comparably to as we get further into the night. That's all I got to say. But yes, they did not want Gunther to talk. It was almost the Dominic Mysterio X-Pac heat, I guess, in a way. Like, you know what I mean? At the levels at it. But yeah, and they did the right thing. I don't know if he had an earpiece in or whatever, but he kept going back. He knew exactly how to drag these people's soul out and then step on it and maybe set it on fire, then go back and then maybe pee on it a little, if that makes any sense. But he is the perfect heel. This is why he was given this.
Yeah.
I seen him smile too as well. He loved this. And
Yeah, the
for
funny thing is we people say about how he doesn't really cut the best promo and stuff like that, but this promo he didn't even have to talk at all. He was just so hated every step, every movement that he made, every time that he smiled, every time that he smirked at the crowd. He is born for this position, and there's a lot of people who are going to be unhappy about that statement. But again, this is proof why Gunther is the right decision for this. If LA, let's talk about some of the other names that people really wanted to see in John Cena's last match. If LA Knight was in that position against John Cena, we would not have created a heel. We would not have created a star. Either way, it wouldn't have happened. The rub wouldn't have been there for somebody like LA Knight. And that's nothing against him. It just seems like he's just not going to be at that level of what you could make Gunther. And now you've turned Gunther into, like you said, this Drago level threat where you believe that not only is he going to win his next match, but he is going to kill Apollo Creed in the process. So it's pretty crazy what's happening.
100%. And with this promo, less is more sometimes. And this proves it. Gunther's going to show that his wrestling ability and what happened with John Cena was just the start. So I'm going to start this promo with, and this is the only probably passing rating of tonight. Spoiler alert, people. But a 4.5 banana. I really enjoyed it. Was it the best promo of the year or entrance? I don't know. It's pretty close, but I liked this Gunther, and I liked what was going on as he's entering the ring, and the little segue as he's leaving the ring as well. Because nobody in the locker room is going to like Gunther. And that's the reason why
Everybody.
maybe Ludwig had probably left the side knowing this was going to happen.
Everybody is shaking their head in dismay when he's in the locker room. You have Alpha Academy there. You have R-Truth waiting there who just calls him an asshole. And then same thing with Adam Pierce comes up and thinks you're happy with yourself. Of course he's happy with himself. He did what he wanted to do. Pierce says it just makes him look like an asshole coming out and strutting in front of the fans tonight, and then kicks him out of the arena. That's
Weird.
kind of random. Yeah,
Weird.
that was kind of random. Makes him walk out the door.
To
This
a
is where it's
started
pretty
car.
funny. To a started car with AJ Styles in a t-shirt, Gunther just in his little overcoat and maybe a sweater and no socks because we know how Gunther rolls. But it is friggin' cold out there, and you can just see the breath coming off of these two guys as they're sitting and talking for like a little second. Gunther then mocks AJ Styles with the "You can't see me" as he drives away. And Randy, it looks like they're maybe setting up AJ Styles as the next victim to be retired by Gunther. Imagine that. Imagine if we actually see no AJ Styles retirement tour. Imagine if we just see a retirement out of nowhere. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you remember the date that AJ Styles said that he wanted to stop by. I don't know if it was WrestleMania or if it was the year itself. But this looks, leading into seeing this, looks like maybe Gunther and AJ is going to be the first feud. And I hope Gunther takes away that you can't see me to everybody. I hope he does it to everybody on the finish. Like, you know what I mean? Before he puts that sleeper on them and they just gives you a you can't see me chant and everybody goes to sleep. But we'll see on how they go to sleep from there on end. Anybody that retires, I bet you is going to be smiling now, which is probably going to definitely happen. Imagine AJ Styles and his soccer mom haircut smiling as he's getting put to sleep by Gunther. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, yeah. I love this. This is how you present a heel. And everybody that hates it, that's your opinion. That's cool. I get it, but holy crow. He Dominic Mysterio was, I was gonna say, heel of the year up until now. Gunther in the last few weeks of December has probably surpassed it. And that's giving a lot.
Yeah.
That's giving a
Well,
lot.
there's nobody that can compare to him now, and John Cena can't come out and defend himself, and it's done. Who's going to come out and defend his honor? Ron Cena, sure. AJ Styles will be the first serious feud. I can definitely see Gunther getting Otis and getting R-Truth and some easy kind of pick-off wins within the process here. But yeah, anyways, there's a lot of great evolution on the show that we see tonight outside of the heel work of Gunther. We see some more or less new additions, I guess, unofficially to the roster that are going to make Raw interesting, Cena there or not. We always have to remember, yes, John Cena is retired now, he's gone now, but it's the legacy that he left and what he has given to these wrestlers to help this show still be the flagship show here for Monday Night Raw. Anyways, Randy, talking about the history of Monday Night Raw. Oh my Lord. Somehow in 2025, we have the Usos versus the New Day in a tag team match. We've been saying we want more tag teams. We need more tag teams. Randy, they gave us tag teams that we've known and loved and hated for a very long time.
Yes, 100% the Usos are back. Main event Jay now being tag team Jay Uso. Former champion that made Gunther go to sleep. Weird stuff here. As now leading into with his brother in a tag team match against the New Day. I was happy to see the beginning of this match, or I was excited when they announced it. But it is a definite look, new look for Jey Uso. I think this, maybe the tag run or whatever it may be, is going to lead into somehow whenever Gunther loses, he's going to challenge for the belt, get it. But whenever he loses, it's going to be to Jey Uso again. Almost like a Brock Lesnar has John Cena's number. I think Jey Uso might have Gunther's number in the near, like way future, am I going to say. But yes, we have this amazing tag team match. We wanted them. We are getting it. And I think the tag team division is going to start to be lit on fire. Please explain.
It's very easily the best match that we're going to see tonight. And I mean, the rest of the night we don't have too much to work with, let's just be honest. But yes, this is going to be the best match that we see tonight. These guys have been doing it together for a long time. Very, very cohesive with their flow in the ring together. And the match itself it's pretty, but it is also very long. It seems like it goes on for quite a long time. Um, Almost 20 minutes actually. So it definitely goes on for a long time here in the match itself. But we do see super kicks parties. We do see them doing Umaga attacks. We do see Xavier Woods throwing out a very, I want to say nifty, jumping for the outside and hitting with a hurricane, what we could, sorry, tornado DDT onto the apron. That is pretty nice to see. But ultimately, it does end up with the 1D and the win here for the Usos as they move back towards tag team gold. Randy, do the Usos holding the tag team championships in 2025? What does that do for the brand itself?
it legitimizes the tag team belts again and will start it up. And I think the Usos are the perfect team to do it. Probably one of the greatest tag teams of all time in WWE to face one of the other greatest tag teams of all time in the WWE with the New Day. This was a good match. Um, Everything typical of what you think was going to happen. It was long, which I'm glad it was too. Um, Jimmy Uso definitely needs Jey Uso for both of them to elevate again. The penitentiary is back and they prove it. They put the New Day into the penitentiary and locked through with the key. The Usos win.
Lock them
So
up, lock them down, shut them down like this.
that's
Yeah,
it. Coming out next
yeah,
week on the Usos' new theme song. But I will give
yeah.
this match, this is the best match of the night, as Eric said. It is the longest
Yes,
match of the night. But
yes.
my rating is only a 3.75 banana. 3.75 banana is a good rating, but man, it tells you what's to come if I'm saying this was the best match.
Anyways, devil's advocate here, Randy, by WWE saying here are the here are the Usos back together, one of the greatest tag teams ever, soon to be Hall of Fame tag teams when they retire. Are they giving up on creating new tag teams in this division by kind of running it back, so to speak, to the Usos?
No, I think that they have to though. They have to legitimize the tag team division with an established tag team, right? And again, putting this match first with the New Day, two legitimate tag teams. Unfortunately, the New Day and their run as of late hasn't been that great. I would like to see the New Day a little stronger, but at least these are two tag teams that have been together, have a history. Where we're seeing other tag teams, especially in the women's division, right, that are just uh, women's champ with heater, like or you know what I mean? It's all just made up. So again, legitimate tag teams, like think of the days of hit the Heart Foundation versus the
Mm-hmm.
Bulldogs, the Killer Bees, right?
Killer Bees, yeah.
Y- The Killer Bees,
And
yes.
I knew you were going to say the Killer Bees. I knew
Yeah,
that the
always,
Killer Bees
always.
was coming.
Eh,
It's like always, as soon as you say three things, usually the Killer Bees comes out as the third one.
what about the McNee brothers, if you remember? Silent Brian, rest in peace, by the way, just recently passed, and his brother.
Oh.
No, and maybe we should start. By the way, everybody,
Phineas and Henry O'Godwin.
they're a great tag team. I like them as
They
well.
were.
Owen
They
Hart and
could have. They
Yokozuna.
actually, honestly, you know what? They could have been something. They could have been. Yoko and Owen was one of the best, weirdest pairings ever. Honestly.
But then we can't forget the greatest tag team of all time, Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, the U.S. Express, the original Hulk Hogan three. Don't roll your eyes at me, Eric. But no, okay, we're getting a little off topic. But
All
yes,
right.
a little legitimate in the tag team, and which is definitely needed because tag team wrestling has to be back. So
All right.
that's my
Well, you know what? I think we beat that point like a dead giraffe. So let's just keep on moving forward
let's
here,
do it.
Randy. We're going to
Let's do
talk
it.
about January 5th, or as CM Punk is going to call it as promo, January 5 on Netflix, which is CM Punk defending his world title against Braun Breaker and Rhea Ripley and Io Sky challenging the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag team titles. A couple video packages on that. And then we have the Vision in the back. They're talking about what's going to happen tonight. Paul Heyman is there. Logan Paul is there. Just a whole lot of Paul action going on. They don't know who the masked man is, but they think he's going to be there to help because he definitely needs to help against a massive man like Rey Mysterio. There's no way that Logan could take care of him on his own. Breaker wants to take out Punk tonight, but Heyman says, "Brother, you gotta chill. You gotta chill, big dog. You got 3 weeks until you are the world champion." Anyways, they
Yeah,
are on the same page.
and I will stress this is a WWE Raw tonight that you want to sort of promote the matches that are going on. There's the Netflix New Year on the 5th was heavily promoted. It's like they just forgot about tonight. Like tonight means nothing. If that makes any sense, it's
Well,
so true though.
let's just Here's the other thing too that I was thinking before we started recording. You go from Saturday night's main event really being just a great show. You have four matches that are definitely WrestleMania feel matches. The whole event is WrestleMania feel. And then the retirement of John Cena, of course, at the end being very special. And then we come to Monday Night Raw tonight. Like you said, it's more or less an afterthought, but it seems like what they truly were doing here was developing future storylines and not caring exactly about what is on the screen tonight. It's the best way to say it.
Yeah,
And
developing
a lot
future
of people
storylines
too.
starting January 5th.
Exactly. A lot of people say this too, that WWE being partnered with Netflix, they should use some of the Netflix writing resources that they have at their fingertips a little bit more because Netflix creates the best storylines in the world, especially long-term storylines. Hence, Stranger Things. You can watch the second half of Stranger Things Christmas Day. Is it Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
I think it's Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
Day. Jeez, I
Oh,
don't
it could
know.
be
Either
Christmas
way,
Day.
it's that.
Yeah.
Talking about Stranger Things,
Yeah.
here comes Rio for a chat. No, no, it's not that Rio, folks. It's Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, and they're making their way to the ring to, I guess, talk about their match. But Rhea completely misses that there's a lady in clown makeup in the front row who missed her instantly, not turning her into a Smurf this time. But the beatdown commences by the Kabuki Warriors. We have Io trying to cover Rhea in defense, takes an insane elbow directly to the swole of her back, the swole of her back, the swole of her back. Joe Tessitore says it at least three times.
What did you say?
Anyways, that's that segment, the swole of her back.
Weird. Yeah, I blame
So,
the cosplayers. But go ahead.
but anyways, yeah, that's that segment, folks. Randy gives it a 10 bananas. No, I don't think that he's going to give him any
I'm not gonna
bananas.
give anything. I'm gonna give it. We've
Yeah.
seen it before. It's the same thing that happened, except for yeah, somebody else gets spit in the face this time. That's all.
S-
Wait,
Speaking
January
about
5th,
10
people.
bananas.
There you go.
Speaking
Yes.
about a 10 banana match, here we go, Randy. It's what you've been waiting for. It's what people marked on their calendar when they saw it come up. Instantly they said, I need this in my life. It's the women's intercontinental title match. It's Maxine Dupreeeee versus Ivy Nile. And yeah, the title match introduction with these two ladies is just a little, it looks a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not
A little
gonna lie.
uncomfortable.
It was. They both seemed like they were both very uncomfortable, actually. I'm going to say that. And it's mentioned numerous times on the mic and on commentary that this is not the same Maxine Dupree and that she looks different and that she's trained and all these things that she's done with Natty have definitely impacted how good she is now in the ring. And I'm just missing it. I'm missing it. There's a couple of moves that are kind of natty based moves. I guess you could say, but that's about it. Either way, yeah. Ankle lock for the win. Maxine Dupree
But she tried
continues
to
as
get on her
champion.
like what? How many times? 4 or 5 different times?
Yeah, and it's a 10-minute match too.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, Javon, Javon Evans, Leon Slater, AJ Styles, and Dragon Lee, of course, it's time constraints because you're on live TV more or less. But that match was like 6 minutes long, and this was 10 minutes long.
I guess the Maxine did like her appearance looked good. It is kind of weird or awkward to see her without the Alpha Academy type gimmick. Even with Ivy Nile, she looked different, right? Comparably, like instead of the Creed brothers gimmick.
Hmm.
The match was what it was. I'm just gonna give the rating right away. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 banana, if that. And yeah, hence the sound effect. But this was Maxine Dupree's best match, if you can say. If there's one thing that you can say, this is definitely. Eric's disagreeing with me, but I definitely believe it was. It was what it was.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes of fill. Keep
I
going. Let's
think it was her
forget about it.
best
Let's move on.
presentation. I think it was her best presentation by
Yes.
far. And
Yes.
they're trying to present her as that champion for sure. And we see that even in the backstage with some conversations after that. Anyways, all right, we had our NXT stars. I just mentioned one of them that were showcased on Saturday night's main event, and one of them is there here tonight. It's Javon Evans, Mr. Bouncy himself. He's there talking to Adam Pearce, and here comes El Grande Americano throwing a slew of insults in Espanol. In Espanol. And you know what? Javon doesn't speak Spanish, but he knows that he talking crazy. So who's going to step up next week and take on Javon Evans? It's going to be Rio of the Americanos, aka Pete Dunne. Yeah, I believe that's Pete Dunne.
Yeah, Pete
But
Dunne, so yeah.
but yes, it's going to be the guy in the red mask versus Javon Evans and Randy. How great would it be if WWE decided to give us Javon Evans on the Raw roster?
Oh, it looks. I would love it for us as long as SmackDown don't get it, and because I believe the best should be on Raw, right, Father Greg? But yeah, I'm sort of excited. It's good. Javon, I guess, proved his case and proved his spot here on the WWE roster. So good for you, Javon. Welcome to the club, my friend. But he has a match actually tonight too in a three-way. So we'll see. We shall see. You just see Eric. Oh, I like what he does. He's a great wrestler and everything else like that. But he's still too small, like skinny. When I say small, you just look a little skinny. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm old and I'm used to like guys that are 300 pounds. And it's not that I enjoy some bouncy here or there, but I don't know. He just looks small.
But he's like the thing about him though in his frame is that he's very long. His limbs are very
Yes.
long, his arms are very long. Like he's built that way and he can probably pack on some more muscle. He definitely has from the first time that he's been in NXT. But does that change the way that he performs a little bit if he continues to pack on more and more weight? I'm not too sure. Either way, the guy definitely has something exciting and different for the brand, just like we see, for example, Sol Ruca in the WWE brand. Just did something new and exciting and different. And that's what people want right now. They want a few
Lanky is the new
highlights.
in,
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Speaking about lanky, right? No,
right?
probably not. But here is CM Punk for a chat. And you know what? This is the first time we've seen him after he's recovered from War Games. More or less, probably took some personal time off, I'm imagining. But he cuts a pretty nice promo here, dropping the names of the Steiners. Calls Braun Breaker a Nepo baby in the process and everything else. Calls Logan Paul a YouTube fraud. Won't make TikTok videos with Braun Breaker apparently, but I think Braun Breaker actually makes quite a few TikTok videos with his girlfriend Izzy Dame. I believe that is true. Anyways, a nice little promo here for the first time that we've seen CM Punk in a little while. And a really cool little jacket that he was wearing that you can also cop on WWEshop.com. Randy.
No,
Wink, wink.
100%. 100%. Yes, let's go get it. Go to WWE.com. Bring back Demonito, but they already have. But that's all I
Ah,
gotta say on
and he
that
sold
aspect.
out. He sold out immediately.
Again, again. But in
Yes.
turn, this was a good promo by CM Punk, giving the Steiner math. Do not bring his wife's name in the conversation again, Braun Breaker. But yeah, he can name his dad and his uncle and everything too. That's not fair. You do the math there, CM Punk. You're bringing more people into this than he did. You're doubling down. So I enjoyed it. Wasn't his best promo, but it definitely was good. So again, I'm going to give this a 2.5. One of my worst CM Punk promo ratings I ever give, but it was what it was. He just came
Mhm.
out the breakdown time to me, anyways.
There you go. There you go, Randy. Talking about father time, Dominic Mysterio is ready to see Ray get taken out tonight. Liv Morgan's there too. She's beautiful. They're just talking about all the gold that's coming to the Judgment Day's way. And I'm so sorry if that really upsets you, Rob Arbic. Big second time I've shot out Rob in the show today. But the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, Raquel and Roxanne Perez, in one way or another, those three ladies are going to be holding gold very soon.
No, 100%, 100%. And uh, them shouting out JD. JD goes for another surgery. He's gonna heal up a little bit. See, JD, man, you're working too hard, bro. You're taking too many bumps by the big guys. Your big head cannot save you all the time. I'm playing. I'm saying this with all sincerity. JD's one of my favorite wrestlers on the roster. But yeah, they're wishing him a little get better soon type thing too. And where's
He's
Finn?
definitely our employee of the month around here most of the
Yeah,
time. If we
yeah,
have
it's
little
always hung on the
pictures,
wall.
yeah, yeah. We do 80s style photos with that sepia backdrop and everything, and we ask the wrestlers to wear little sweater vests for us. And you know what? JD is there most of the time, most of the time. So get well
Wearing a pin
soon.
too. Yeah, get well soon. Wearing a pin.
A brooch? A
A
pin or a
brooch.
brooch?
A banana brooch.
Yeah. Oh, a banana brooch. All right. Well, moving forward, talking about banana brooches, it's Raquel Rodriguez versus Stephanie Furcare for the women's title. And I already called this as soon as they announced it.
Yep.
So do like we really even have to talk about it? Because ultimately, yeah, these ladies look good in the ring together. Raquel looks strong. There's a nice little clothesline spot that she does when she misses a clothesline, swings back to the left, and just absolutely smokes Steph. Devil's kiss. Here comes Nikki Bella. Friggin' disqualification. Nikki Bella is still involved in our lives for some reason.
Yeah. Stephanie wins by disqualification because of the interference with Nikki Bella. Now, you want to talk about Steiner math? I was going to give this match a 3.75 banana because Nikki got involved with it. It has to decrease by about 2,000%. But I'm also going to add back in the devil's kiss and everybody's reaction. The second biggest reaction of the night. Listen, people, the only time you heard this crowd tonight was one for Gunther and two was for Devil Kiss. So that's kind of rude, but I'm gonna give this Nikki involvement and this match a two banana rating because we don't want Nikki involved. We riot.
Yeah, no, we just it just it as soon as they announced this match, it was leading towards a three-way between them, and we knew this was going to happen. And then Raquel's going to be mad that Nikki got involved. And I just, what do you think, Randy? January 5th? That's what
Yeah,
it sounds like to me.
we're beaten in the head with it all night. You can't even have
January
JD's big
5th.
head. JD's big head couldn't take a pounding like we did tonight with this January 5th.
How does it become a four-way match? Who's involved if it's a four-way match?
It's not. I think you're right on the three-way. I never even thought of it, but
Yeah.
you're right on the three-way. Liv Morgan, that's the only other one. But
No, not with Raquel.
Roxanne,
She's planning to play. Liv's trying to play a long game with that. She wants Raquel to do some dirty work and weaken up her opponent, I think, before she takes the title.
Eric
That's my
Blondon,
idea.
you're so smart, man. You're so smart. That's why you're my partner. You're so smart,
You know
brother.
what, Randy? It's not about me, it's about Liv Morgan and just how much we love Liv Morgan around here. Anyways, moving forward, we are in the back, and Adam Pearce is asking Paul Heyman. He wants to know who's that man under the mask. Paul Heyman throws out a slew of names. It could be Seth, it could be Becky, it could be Nick Aldis, it could be Bruno Sammartino. I don't know about that. Paul Heyman just doesn't know who it is. That's it. Rhea Ripley comes in as well. She's not looking nearly as smurfy this time after she got misted. I think that was in the contract this time. Less missed. Por favor. And Adam Pearce wants a match next week with her and Asuka, which is not going to happen because it's going to break down in some type of disqualification before the match starts, right?
Right. And I will say,
January
people,
5th.
January 5th. But I will say also something too that I found out. Wow, these promos are going on because there's many promos that Eric's missing out or coming up to. Sorry, I should say. Um, this week's Raw will be taped on Friday. Friday of this week. The SmackDown was pre-taped last week. They're giving the WWE people the week off of Christmas. So that's kind of nice of them doing. Where I think SmackDown starts back up the following Friday. So
I'd
yeah,
say.
a nice little break, a little different. But yeah, don't look up the spoilers, people, for SmackDown. That's the SmackDaddies' job to do and to tell you when they watch it. But yeah, that's already taped. But Raw will be taped this Friday. So again, I can't wait till next week's WWE Raw, knowing that when I found out this information.
Incredible, Randy. Just like this episode of Monday Night Raw, right?
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Rey Mysterio is in the back, and CM Punk is there too, and he's got Mysterio's back tonight. Mysterio says, "Thanks, Braj." No, he doesn't say that at all. AJ Styles is also in the back with Dragon Lee, and they're impressed by the Usos. They're still the team to beat. They're still the champs, man. And they're going to talk to Adam Pierce about it. But here comes Nikki Bella as well, complaining about not being appreciated, and we don't appreciate her either. So whatever. Guess what's happening next week? I don't know. Something with Nikki Bella, apparently. But all right.
Take a
This
breath.
is this is
Take a breath.
backstage mania. I don't want to take a breath. I just want to get through this as fast as
Okay, go,
possible.
go, go. Marcus,
All
go.
right, Bailey is praising Maxine Dupree on her win, says she's hardcore, and that's my champ because she has a bleeding finger. Libre Valkyria is there and asks Bailey how she is. They break down into some type of a little argument. Valkyria says Bailey is not the same Bailey that she used to be, and she's acting like an idiot. That brings out apparently crazy Bailey again, which Lyra likes. And okay,
Trigger
neat.
words.
But what happened? Where'd she go? Why? Anyways, here
Medication.
we are. January 5th. Ooh, Bailey in the four-way match for the women's championship. Intercontinental Championship against Maxine Dupree versus Bailey, January 5th.
Great. Please don't say
Please,
that. Retract that. I take this out in editing. Hey,
I
post
take that.
right
I
here.
take that back. I take that back.
Yeah,
It's going to
please
be
don't.
announced now. It's going to be
Oh,
announced. Anyways, main event of the evening, Randy. It is Rey Mysterio, the massive giant of a man who Logan Paul definitely needs backup against. And Paul Heyman is there too. Guess what? The whole vision is in tow. Eventually, they're all going to make their way. We know that they are, though. We know that they're going to be there. Mysterio and Logan Paul. The sad part about this is like, if they really wanted to, if they had some type of feud in the works, I feel like this could have been a very, very good match. Very good
100%.
match.
And this reminded me of Logan Paul's boxing matches because he was always the bigger man. He gets a small, and his brother too. But his brother, unfortunately, this week, he's going to get his ass
Not,
whomped
yeah,
by.
not anymore.
But yeah, he's going to be fighting some. But this is what reminded me of Logan Paul's boxing, seeing the size difference between two people. But yeah, it's Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio may be small, but he is mighty. So he definitely, I guess, puts on those boots to make it the height of the person he's with right now. And that is
Well,
with Logan.
I'll tell you what, that they have like a bit of a history together when they wrestle as well.
Right.
There is that classic spot where everybody was debating, did Logan Paul catch Mysterio? Did he save him? Was Logan Paul not in position for all of that stuff? I don't know if you remember that. That was
Yep.
about a year back. And then tonight as well, during the Three Amigos spot, on the third one, Rey Mysterio kind of tilts a little bit to the side. So maybe Rey Mysterio is showing some kinks in the armor, as only he should be at this point in his age and his career. But it's crazy that he's still doing it and also still in a main event spot tonight. Like, really, I was not expecting that.
Legend.
Um, and I don't know. Like, I feel like if you wanted to put something in the main event spot, if you didn't have the storyline included, what happens during this match and after the match, you would probably want to put the Usos and the New Day there. That was your best on paper match and your best match of the evening.
Yes.
Anyways, all right. Like I said, three amigos, whatever's going on. Eventually, Rey Mysterio starts hitting all of his greatest hits. Brass Knuckles make their way into the ring. They are not used. 619 is hit. Knuckles is there. The masked man out of nowhere jumps onto the apron and hits a stomp. Super Spar Splash comes from Logan Paul to pin Rey Mysterio, the great Rey Mysterio, here and get the win with the assistance of the masked man because there is no way that somebody the size of Logan Paul could beat Rey Mysterio without assistance.
No, 100% the
Oh
masked
yeah.
man
Oh yeah,
comes.
I forgot too. Sorry. The Vision also ran at one point to try to get involved, but here comes CM Punk with a chair to take out Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Yeah. That chair is the great equalizer, my friends.
Always, always. It could be 6 against 1. If you have a chair, you have a chance. Sharing a chance. That's what I'm
Yep.
gonna call it.
One at a
But
time. A chair and a chance, and one at a time. That's all you need.
well, I don't know if you want me to say it, but I just might. Um, yeah, the masked man is finally revealed. It's finally revealed, folks. The masked man is, yeah, it's him. It is him. It is the evil El Grande Americano Negro, right? I guess you can say.
Oh.
No, it's not. It is Austin Theory. Randy, it's not Randy Orton. No, no, people. No, it was not Chris Jericho. No, 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 people. It was not.
Hmm.
No, it was not Tyler Bate. Nope,
Montez. Not Montez Ford.
not Montez Ford. It was Mr. Austin Theory with a different haircut. Eric
Oh,
was
geez. With an
it
awful haircut.
you know what, when he pulled it off though, and I hate saying this, and I don't know if it's supposed to be this way. This vision group now, I'm going to say it, mimics Death Riders 100% now. It reminded me of Daniel Garcia. Remember Daniel Garcia when he like
Yeah, yeah,
joined the Death
yeah.
Riders? And don't get me wrong, I hope this goes good. I hope this works for Mr. Austin Theory because he is the future. He is the Drew McIntyre of the Vince McMahon days. That Vince had full trust and hope for prior to was Austin Theory. We're forgetting about this.
Yeah.
Is Vince McMahon's ear or mouth, should I say, uh, in with WWE still? Eric's saying no. Well, guess what, people? I might just say yes just because he says no. That's why I did
What
so
the
well on my.
hell? I'm
That's
nodding my head. And
that's why I did my predictions the way I did on Saturday night's main event. By the way, in my eyes, I won. But what's so funny? But yeah, it's
I
out there,
mean, I
people.
mean,
The masked
numbers
man's Austin.
numbers speak otherwise. The numbers
The
speak
numbers don't
otherwise.
lie.
But yes, listen, Austin Theory is the masked man. It's the most obvious choice. He was supposed to join the group anyways before Seth got injured, so you had to work a way eventually to get him into it somehow. So this is the original plan. It's just a different way of getting there. Austin Theory's new hair is definitely the talk of the internet right now. Beard as well, looking a little scraggly with also that really fine cut hair on the top. So that didn't make a lot of sense.
The beard is
But
longer
yes.
than hair and top, which I don't get. I never ever get that with anybody.
But yes, Austin Theory is part of the vision, and hopefully it helps bolster his career. The group itself now is getting a little mishmash. And I don't know if it's Logan. I think Logan Paul is probably the one that sticks out the most. Just even having Logan Paul there, though, on this almost weekly format, that seems very different for what Logan Paul usually offers the brand, right? Like,
Yeah.
usually he is almost saved and reserved for special matches, special appearances. Now, we're seeing him every single week. We didn't
I
have that originally.
I hope my theory doesn't come. I think the vision is going to get rid of him somehow. And if they do that, are they trying to make Logan Paul a face? Is Logan Paul wanting to go face, which will definitely not work. Logan Paul's a forever heel. But you're right, Eric. There is definitely a sore thumb or a stuck out thumb, whatever saying you wanted to use, whatever in this group, and that is Logan Paul. And how long will it be around?
There you go. There you go. Well, folks, that was this week of Monday Night Raw. Randy, what's your entire banana rating for this whole uh
Well, we got the Gunther promo.
SmackDown disguised as Monday Night Raw? Yeah,
I don't have my
that's
regular
what we'll call it.
keyboard, so I can't make the adding addition sounds. This new press on keyboard type thing that doesn't make a sound. So enter typewriting sound or whatever here. No, I'm not going to do that. So we started off great with the Gunther promo, fantastic. Then we went to a strong tag team match. Then Nikki Bella showed up, and then everything just went downhill from there. Then we found out Austin Theory was the masked man. And when the loudest pops of the night are Gunther, which is well deserved, and then the Devil's Kiss, the masked man showing up and being revealed doesn't get a reaction as much as the Devil's Kiss. I don't get it. So, unfortunately, just because of Nikki Bella, I'm going to give it. Wait till a guy named, it's going to sound like Bob Tarmick. Here's this rating. I'm going to give it a 2. A 2 banana rating for Raw, the worst Raw of the year. Oh, what's that sound for? Hang on. Geez. Yeah, we riot. Yeah, that's 2 banana rating. But
There's a
it
lot of
sucked.
rioting going on.
It sucked.
Yeah,
Totally.
January 5th, folks. January 5th. That's definitely what the theme of this episode is that John Cena is gone. Gunther is a heel. That's probably the start of Raw was probably your best part of Raw,
Yep.
honestly. The reveal of Austin Theory felt very anticlimactic. I don't see a reason why it needed to be against Rey Mysterio. I don't see how Rey Mysterio plays into this at all. It should have been against one of your top stars. There should have been CM Punk taking some type of bump and not just being the guy that dispatches the others with a chair. It should have been Punk running to the ring to actually back up Rey Mysterio as he said so. And it should be that Masked Man running in and taking out somebody serious and not a part-timer. I'll just say it, really.
Agreed.
So, anyways, all right, folks, that is the episode. Thank you so much for listening to me and Rand talk about the haps with the craps. Randy, if they wanted to continue to do so, or even watch some of our fine videos, maybe, how could they do both?
Yes, go to the YouTube's Eric B. Blondon. A year ago, we started this, and now we're at 4,000 subscribers.
Say what?
Yes, 4,000.
Say what?
The run to 5,000. Maybe by January 5th, if we keep promoting it, we could be at 5,000. But
January 5th, 5,000.
That's it. But you can follow us at Straws Rock. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. You can follow us on the Twitter at the Hub Sports Entertainment, not to be confused with anything else. That's at the Hub Sports Entertainment. Go follow our buddies, the Smack Daddies, at the SmackDaddies.ca. Go take a look at them. They are also here on the Hub Sports Entertainment. We're available on any podcasting platform, as well as on the Instagram at the Hub Sports Entertainment. Eric B. Eric Blondon, my friend, my pal, my buddy, my man with
Yes.
the ponytail right now. My man that retired his jorts too. Where can they find you?
They can follow me at Wrestling with Eric on Instagram. That is without a W, without a G in the wrestling. So, folks, until the next time you hear me and Randy ranting about the thing that we love most, please take care of yourselves and each other and continue to live your lives impactfully.
Live, laugh, and always love wrestling.
Deuces! Ooses!
How much does it bother you that they're yeeting right now?
Yeet?
They're yeeting, yeah. Does that bother you?
What's it called? 4 letters, 1 word. Stop.